Good morning. This is Rebecca Simon Peter with Spiritual Mojo. 15 minutes to uphold your faith, up-level your spirit, and lift your consciousness. So I'm here to talk with you about when the world gets to be too much. Look around, people. Sometimes it's like the world is too much. When I heard about the beheading in France, I thought, oh my gosh, how much worse can it get? What else is going to happen? But I want you to know that the world around us will sometimes go crazy. The main thing is that the world within us stays sane. Because when the world within you stays sane, then not only can the world around you not really break you, but your own consciousness, your own reservoir of faith, your own resonance can actually uplift the world around you. And even though it's so tempting right now to give into fear and loathing and blaming and judging and name calling and shouting and disheartening, discouragement, even though it's tempting, I really want to encourage you not to do that. Because the peace of God will lose a tremendous ally in you if you go that route, if you just react. Now, it's perfectly legitimate to feel nuts when the world is going crazy around you. But I want you to resist that. I want you to resist going nuts and stay with that peace of God that passes all understanding. Stay with that peace of God. Doesn't mean that we don't be proactive. It doesn't mean that we don't have responses. It's just that when we react, we lose our powers of thought. We lose our powers of prayer. We lose our power to raise the vibration on the planet. And when the world is in a place like it is right now, tense, hypervigilant, scared, afraid, reactionary, on edge, what's needed is resilience. What's needed is resilience. And resilience is the gift that comes from the peace of God that passes all understanding when the world within is solid, when it's strong, when you're grounded, when you're trusting in God, when you're hanging on to that co-creative abilities that you have with God. So I was thinking about Mother Teresa, and I was thinking about what she witnessed, what she experienced on the streets of India so often, the suffering, the hardship, the pain, the sorrow, probably the great sense of resignation that was all around her. And yet she brought to her ministry something so beautiful and so uplifting. She brought love, she brought peace, and she brought being a stand for people, even in the midst of disheartening times. She didn't just give in and say, oh my God, the world's never going to get better. She really did her part. Out of her beautiful work that she did in the ministry, with in the streets of India, she came up with this beautiful prayer. You may know it, and I want to share it with you today. I want to share this beautiful poem. It's kind of a poem and kind of a prayer, and it goes like this. People are often unreasonable and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you're honest, people may cheat you. Be honest anyway. If you find happiness, people may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today may be forgotten tomorrow. Do good anyway. Give the world the best you have, and it may never be enough. For you see, in the end, it is between you and God. It was never between you and them anyway. When we conduct ourselves according to that wise dictum of Mother Teresa, we find that we're able to keep the peace of God within us, that we're able to keep that calm demeanor that's so needed in a world that's going crazy. Be happy anyway. Do good anyway. Forgive them anyway. Be honest anyway. Tell the truth anyway. Tell people you love them anyway. I was recently at a meeting, the kind of meeting where people share honestly about what's going on in their lives and their hearts so that they can maintain internal sanity and not have to turn to big crazy responses. And in that meeting, I was sharing about how I have been feeling like the world was a hard place to be in. And I looked in my closet about what to put on in the morning, and I found a sweatshirt that I had received as a gift years ago, probably 23 years ago. One day I came home to my apartment, and sitting there gift wrapped in Christmas gift wrapping was a package with a card, and it was from my secret admirer. I didn't know I had a secret admirer, and it was the nicest thing. It was a Winnie the Pooh sweatshirt. I never did find out who gave me that. But I put it on the other morning because I was feeling like the world was kind of a tough place. I put on that sweatshirt to remind me that once upon a time I had a secret admirer. And all the time around us, there are people who love us. There are people who care for us. There are people who are watching out for us. There are people who are praying for us. There are people surrounding us with love. And that love is simply an expression of the love of God that is always, 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 always around us. So even when the world is crazy, even when you're not sure how you're going to get through the day, remember that you too have a secret admirer. It's God. And that there are people all around you that are blessing you, that are wishing you well, that are uplifting you in prayer, that are thinking of you, that are watching out for you, you don't even know about. You don't even know about these people. You and I are surrounded by secret admirers, a great cloud of witnesses that wish us well and that bless us and that pave the way for us spiritually ahead of us. So the world's going to do what the world's going to do. The question is, what are you going to do? I want to encourage you to keep the peace, keep that internal peace within you so that no matter what happens in the world around you, you'll have resilience, you'll be able to raise the resonance on the planet, and you will be the kind of person that walks in the peace of God no matter what. You can always react, but you can't always get your peace back. I encourage you to keep your peace as you go forth in the world today. One last thing. Whose secret admirer could you be? Who needs a card, a text, an email, a secret gift? Who needs to have their coffee paid for if they're standing behind you in line? Who needs a secret admirer? My invitation to you is let the Spirit prompt you today. Let the Spirit prompt you. And if you feel so called to do a good deed, do it. Because you never know what that person is going through and just how it might make their day. The really secret news, not so secret, is that the more good you do in the world, the better you're going to feel about yourself, about the people around you, and about your ability to be a co-creator of peace with God in the world. Friends, we don't have to be victims even when the world around us is nuts, because we have the capacity to have a secret resilience within us that comes from hanging with the peace of God. Thank you so much for joining today for Spiritual Mojo. Time to uplift your spirit, uplevel your faith, uphold your consciousness, and to realize that you're not alone. And even when the world's going crazy, you don't have to. So that's the good word for today. I look forward to seeing you next week. God bless you and take good care.